Our predictions for the 2023 British Grand Prix. Tommy, are you looking forward to this weekend? Because I certainly am.
I sure am. I'm very excited, but also not prepared for how absolutely crazy it's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be unbelievable.
We are going on the main stage on Sunday at 11:30 a.m. I know I say it a few times, Tommy. Has it sunk into your brain yet that that's going to be happening?
No, and also I need to keep saying it just because I don't want it to be that meme where the guy's on the balcony and there's like 3 people going, yeah.
Yes, if you're listening to this, please turn up because we are scared that nobody's going to come. But anyway, that's fine. We'll cross that bridge when it happens. Before we get into our predictions, we have an amazing competition thanks to Tommy Hilfiger that's going on this weekend. And what does the lucky winner get? Well, the chance to meet Lewis Hamilton in Milan with Tommy Hilfiger. Yes, Lewis Hamilton. All you have to do is sign up to the Tommy Together membership by Monday, the 10th of July. The link is in the description. The winner will be contacted by Tommy Hilfiger on Friday, the 14th of July. What are you waiting for? It's free. Go and sign up now. Let's get into our predictions and begin with biggest good surprise. I have gone for Esteban Ocon.
That's the apology.
Look, Ocon doesn't have many stinkers, and I can smell an Ocon stinker from a mile away, hence why I've given him biggest flop at Bahrain and Austria. But this weekend, he's going to be back in the points. It's going to be a solid weekend for him, and everyone will go, well, that's how you get round a track, Ocon. Use the correct configuration. So that's what he's going to do, and it's going to be a lovely weekend for him.
My biggest good surprise is Lewis Hamilton.
I knew it! I knew you were going to say that.
Honestly,
you are so
predictable. I honestly thought you were going to pick him as well. And I know it's such an obvious prediction to go Lewis Hamilton for Silverstone, but with good reason. Because, look, even the years where he's not had a dominant car, he just... whatever, like he always brings his A game to Silverstone, doesn't he? And he like pulls it out the bag. You know, like even last year when the Mercedes, they were struggling a lot more than normal. Still got second and put in a really good performance. And the crowd just lifts him at Silverstone, doesn't it? And he just channels everything, and it feels like he just puts everything into the race.
Okay, we now move to biggest flop now, and I'm ready. I am ready, P1 fam. I'm off the back of a great biggest flop of Ocon. He got the most penalties that's ever been received by a driver ever in Formula One history. The powers are within me. It's time.
Max Verstappen.
Now, that could easily be just a P2 at this rate.
The loopholes are out again.
It is flop time for Verstappen. It's happening. It is floppy. I feel it. I feel it in my bones, just like I felt a Ferrari 1-2 in my bones last weekend.
And look how well that turned out. Not too bad. They did pretty good.
Had it for one lap. I didn't say they'd finish 1-2. I just said I could sense a Ferrari 1-2, and it happened for one lap, so it was true.
True. And I know exactly how you're going to react to this. My biggest flop is Max Verstappen. Yes. I've also gone Max Verstappen.
Have we just done something? This is the first time we've both gone for the same flop.
Look, you can't really go Max biggest surprise because there's nowhere to go. The only way is down for Max Verstappen. You know, I can just see something going wrong. The crowd's going wild. It happened last year, didn't it? He was going to win the race quite comfortably after he got past Sainz, got the puncture. Then the year before, he had the collision with Hamilton. Look, even if he finishes P2, we can take it because he's won 5 in a row, hasn't he? So
I love how we're working together on this one. But yes, interesting. So you've said Max Verstappen has a bogey track. Watch him now win by the biggest margin we've seen all year because we've both gone for him as biggest flop.
Wins by a lap.
Okay. We now go to pole position. Now, there is some rain forecast. I have gone for Lando Norris. Pole position. Get it in my veins. An unbelievable Austria qualifying. He could have easily positioned higher than he did in those qualifying sessions, especially the sprint. You could see he was quite frustrated by not challenging, I think, Sainz for P3. That McLaren, I reckon it's got a little something about it now with those upgrades, with a bit of Lando in there, bit of changeable conditions, British Grand Prix. You think it's going to be Hamilton. I think Lando Norris is going to come out and get pole position, which means I probably should have put him as biggest good surprise. I'm now regretting that, but look, I'm spreading my bets.
You're spreading
here.
your bets, yeah. You can have 3 points if that one comes in.
Thank you.
And I'm also pandering to that prediction because I have gone for Max Verstappen has pole position again to
you
bag the easy points.
Man. You're so boring.
It's raining, and like we said before, it's raining, and it's mad actually that it's predicted to rain again on Saturday. Would that be 3 in a row wet qualifyings, which we always pray for? And Max Verstappen's always on pole by a second, but that's why I've gone for the easy point.
But anyway, we move on before I get too triggered with your Verstappen predictions.
Yep.
Let's go to our top 3. In third position, I've gone for Lando Norris. He'll get pole. He'll lose out to the Red Bulls. He'll have good pace, though, and he'll stick at P3. Lovely stuff.
Wow, a little Lando podium would be pretty epic. I've gone for Carlos Sainz. Look, he's got to do it sometime and have a solid weekend, right?
I love how this is becoming.
I know. He's building his confidence, but it's just always something like a penalty or bad qualifying or whatever. He's got to get a podium soon, and he won last year, and I think he could do well. So let's.
Why did he win
Carlos.
last year, Tommy? I can't remember. What happened?
Because they didn't pit Leclerc.
Yeah, lovely stuff. Don't know why I asked that question, to be honest. Right, we now go to second place. I have gone for Max Verstappen.
Biggest flop. P2.
That's it. He won't get pole. He won't win the race, and that's a flop. Thank you very much.
Wow, fair enough. So for my P2, I've gone for Sergio Perez. Yes.
Sorry, I fell asleep there, mate.
I mean, look, Red Bull are still obviously going to do very well there. And look, Perez actually did a bit better. He just needs to improve his qualifying, doesn't he? Because, boy, has he been a stinker in qualifying. But last race, he kind of showed that he can mix it up the front, even though he was 20 seconds behind Verstappen in a sprint.
We now go to first position. All right, hear me out. I have gone for Sergio Perez. It's going to be a McLaren 1-3 for a second. No, Sergio Perez. Something's going to go wrong for Max Verstappen. It has to, just purely for the sake of the sport. It can't go smoothly every race. Surely not. Perez. Look, it's a track that's flat. He's going to get first. I don't know how he gets it or does it, but he's going to do it. It's going to be a better track for him. The end.
Cool. I have gone for Lewis Hamilton.
Whatever. And
I love how if I predicted Max, you'd be like, oh, God. And if I predicted anyone else, you're like, oh, God.
Yeah, true. Fair.
I've gone for something different.
Thank you.
Verstappen can't win every race. And I'm backing my good surprise in that, he channels everything from the crowd, pulls it out the bag. No surprises for guessing that, Max isn't in my top 3. So something goes wrong for him. And we have this battle. And I think, Sergio Perez will be a tough person to beat if Max does have a problem, because the Red Bull is mighty and it's will be a good track for Red Bull. But, Hamilton, why not? Why not?
Why not? No, I like that. I don't know why I just said as if, because I'd put Lando as pole, so
that's also very true.
No, I should be, making you feel good about these.
I was going to say,
predictions.
Don't worry. Back to Max Verstappen wins everyone now.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Tommy. And finally, one crazy prediction. I'm going to go with there will be a red flag.
Okay.
Don't know why.
Something will happen.
There will be some sort of red flag. I mean, we saw some silly shenanigans. Was it last year? Was it last year when we had some protesters on the track, which somehow managed to get on there? Yeah,
and then obviously Zhou's insane crash.
But yeah, I think there'll be a red flag of some description.
During the race?
During the race. Why did you make me do that? Why did you make me do that?
I've got to lock in a bit of extra terms and conditions.
Red flag throughout the weekend. Come on.
Oh, God.
Half a point throughout the weekend, 1 point for the race. Thank you.
You're disgusting.
We've got to get points somehow.
Yeah, true. So my one crazy prediction is me, I say doubling down, like tripling down on everything. And it would be that Max Verstappen has an issue while leading. Puncture, engine failure, something like that. I can picture it in my head already, a bit like last year. Oh my God, Verstappen's got a problem. Just see it happening. So we shall see. But either way, just please be a banger, Silverstone, because it rarely under-delivers, does it?
Well done, Tommy. If it's a stinker now, we can go back to that particular moment where you said it rarely under-delivers.
It's got to be good. It's got to be good.
It has to be, because we're there. and we'll be willing it on. We'll bring some water balloons to spice up the action if it's a boring dry race. My one additional crazy prediction that I haven't written in the sheet is that Tommy will not pass out on the main stage at 11:42 a.m. whilst doing P1.
But I will poop myself.
I will not be checking to see if that prediction comes true or not. That is pretty much it for our predictions. Let us know in the comments yours. We don't usually ask for that, but I would like to know some of your predictions. We do tend to put it on social, don't we, for people to share and so on and so forth. We do.
We'll have a little graphic.
So yeah, and I think finally we should say we're looking forward to being at Silverstone. If you're there, please come and say hello. We can't wait to meet some of you that for some reason absorb our content.
We don't bite either.
We don't bite. Tommy, bit snarky, but lovely. And we do in fact get on. There was a comment the other day that I saw that was like, I don't think Matt and Tommy actually get on. I think they just like F1. It might seem that way in person as well when I'm,
roasting my predictions
and stuff. And yeah, roasting him. But we are lovely. Hopefully you find us lovely. But we will spend time and speak to a lot of you if you do come up and say hello. So please do, and we'll see you very soon for another piece of content. Bye.
Bye.